Got the hot tea going.
Yeah. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to have a recap of the NBA draft and give the Spurs a letter grade for their selections. We'll also talk about us having our NBA draft party, which was good. It was a good turnout.
It was a fun time. L3 got off yesterday, man.
Now,
Team USA back in action tonight. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Team USA wins today.
yeah, it does. It does matter because you want to keep that positive energy moving forward.
Let's see what time is the kickoff on that one.
I think it's later on.
9 p.m. tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I like about soccer?
Right.
We know it's over in 2 hours.
The
You know, it's not like the NBA Finals or the NFL playoffs that could go 3.5, 4.5 hours.
no.
2 hours, they're done. They got places to go, people to see.
This is true.
Good morning, Sam. Good morning,
Salinas.
Greg. First in the chat already.
I'm trying to get stuff sent to the media share right now.
Oh, yeah. 25 seconds out, Joe.
Yeah.
Let's see if my voice holds up.
Well, it'll be fine. Be fine.
Here we go. Here we go. Lots to get into today.
Yeah. And Viva Mexico, and I'm already sporting the World Cup stuff.
Where the dreams don't fade from the river walk nights to the Alamo shade. We rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210. Oh, it's the life that we chose.
We are rising together on a Thursday. My name is Mike Jimenez, and that's Joe Garcia. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by PF Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. Thanks for being part of our show. Nearly 3,100 YouTube subscribers strong, but you can also catch us on Twitter, on Facebook. You can also find us on Twitch, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You more than likely will find us there. Apologies for not being there yesterday on yesterday's show. We had a last-minute cancellation because of my illness. First time, Joe, in about 30 years, a doctor gave me a shot to the ass. They even asked me which cheek do I want it in, and I said, doctor's choice. Just give it to me. I feel a lot better, though I'm still a little congested, but what's going on, Joe?
I'm doing good. We already told you. You probably just needed to do a shot of some Buffalo Trace, and you'd be good.
No, man. We had a good one of our subscribers offer me a shot when we were at the
Oh yeah,
the
fake
Spurs draft party over at. Oh, by the way, Fake Hill is a great guy. By the way,
Yeah.
we were over at the Hard Rock Cafe for our Spurs draft party. He gave me a shot of tequila.
Yeah.
It had been a while since I had some tequila, man. And then I go downhill 12 hours later. I'm not saying that was a reason,
Yeah.
but Fake Killer had the quote of the night that night. By the way, on draft night, Joe, the quote of the night. He was talking about how much he enjoys our show, that he catches it every day.
yeah.
And then he said, "You guys really bring the fun Theo energy." I was like, "Did you just call us old?" And he goes, "Well, I mean, like the Theos, the cool Theos." So did he call us old, Joe?
Yeah, I
The
think
fun
he called
Theo
us cool.
energy.
He called us cool. So
He calls unks. We're
Cool
unks.
unks. Yeah. I look at that. Myra's in the chat saying, good morning to our friend Myra. And then she said, I heard shots.
Yeah,
And I'm going to tell Myra, I'm going to call her out. Pero a la noche, con Viva Mexico.
yeah. Very nice, very nice.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Alex Noriega already coming in strong by saying the Spurs gained 20 feet, 6 inches of 3 big men in the last 2 nights.
That they
It was a
did.
solid NBA draft. Spurs actually picked up 4 players overall. And I liked what Serge said earlier when he said Minnesota in panic mode. That's the Wemby effect. Minnesota pulling off another trade. This one, I don't know if I'm going to call it blockbuster, but it's big enough. LaMelo Ball going from Charlotte to Minnesota in exchange for Naz Reid. There's more to that trade as well. Minnesota got rid of Julius Randle as well earlier in the week. So lots going on with the with the league. You see the Wemby effect, as they're saying, right? Sirs calls it the Wemby effect.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City drafted a 7'4" guy out of Michigan in the first round of the draft. Why? The Wemby effect. Minnesota making these moves. Why? The Wemby effect. Denver making moves. Why? The Wemby effect. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's kind of funny. Wemby's over your shoulder right there, Joe. We see he's over your shoulder right now. He's over the shoulder of every single team in the Western Conference if you want to get to the finals. On top of that, Bobby Marks. Bobby Marks, that who it is from ESPN,
Yeah. Usually.
coming out and saying that the Spurs should consider going back after Kawhi Leonard.
No,
And
bro.
that Bobby Mark, I'm telling you, he came out and said that Kawhi Leonard is interested in several teams, one of which being his former team. Now, which one are we talking about here? Toronto or San Antonio? Why would he be interested in Toronto? Is he interested in San Antonio? If he
He-
came back, tail between his legs, would we take him back?
No.
If he came back and said, "Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. The Clippers and the Raptors meant nothing to me. You know you're my only one. Come on, if tail between his legs, Joe. Come on."
That girl was ugly. I thought of you the whole time. I miss you, baby.
I
Come
miss you,
on.
baby. Come on. I miss your cookie. You remember the fun times? Remember 2014? We can make that magic happen again.
Oh man.
It's so funny, man. Got a super chat already coming on in
Yeah.
from Sam Salinas.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Okay, I gotta read this one, by the way, because it gives a reference to the movie Just Friends. Great reference. I love that movie. He says, Sam Salinas says, "Bring Kawhi home. Hashtag forgiveness is more than saying sorry." That Anna Faris line in that movie. Great movie, Just Friends. I believe in that movie. Best line in that movie, Joe, is when he says, "Do not take a woman out on a date during the day," because during the day, it doesn't count as a date. And he says, "Friends don't kiss." And I remember that when I met Chica, within a few minutes, and I had known over the phone for over a month when I first met her in person. And I saw her, and I remember saying, that movie came to mind. Friends don't kiss. I leaned in and kissed her to let her know from the get-go this was a date. This was not friends going out. So great movie reference, by the way.
Friends don't kiss.
That's a great line, man. Friends don't kiss.
Oh my God, Mike.
Fake Killer coming out and saying, "No, hombre, the one that got away."
No.
Was
bro.
Kawhi the one that got away, or was the Spurs the one that got away? That's the interesting thing. But
I was gonna show some pictures, man, from our event because we did have a good turnout.
yeah,
I'm going to give some shout outs where they're due. You know, we want to go ahead and mention the people that helped us with the giveaways. And number one here
that's-
is going to be Mr. Fred Jones, Cuts by Jones. Real good guy here, man. He went ahead and donated one of his cuts here. And that was one of the
did he
giveaways.
donate or did we raffle it off?
No. No, Mike.
If
come
you know,
on,
you know.
man.
If you know, you know.
Be nice.
That was funny.
Miguelito. Be nice.
I'm being
Miguelito.
nice. I don't know, man. That was kind of. I cannot believe they did that to him.
Yes, sir.
That's by
If you
Jones.
you
man.
know.
The artistry behind all that is very, very nice.
Yeah. So make sure you know you go and give our boy some love. I know that Cuts is all over social media, so we'll go ahead and show his Twitter handles as well because he is available on I think Insta, and he's on some other platforms as well.
Oh, it's great. I just told him the other day, please create one for me. He got that one for Sean, the Puro Pinche Spurs one.
Oh yeah,
That was a very good one. I need all that all over my office, all over the office.
So we're gonna go ahead and show one of his handles here, and it's gonna be the one on the X. So make sure you go and give our boy a follow at Cuts by Jones. Again, we appreciate the support, appreciate him and what he's doing here. Does great work, man, by the way. So if you need any custom work done, go and hit up our boy Cuts by Jones. But we do appreciate him donating his artistry, to the cause. And I'm going to show some of the other pictures that we had here from the Hard Rock so people know, what the event kind of looks like. I took pictures. I got there early. This was the setup, the projector screen, This is the bars right here. We have a bunch of
Well,
seating here. And we
our
got
own
the Selena
bartender.
room. Yeah, I got we had the. I mean, our bartender was great. This is just the patio area. More views of the Riverwalk from where you're sitting there. And of course, our swag bags. We had a whole bunch of them there. We got rid of all of them, gave them all out. So if you wanted a swag bag, you should have went to the event, man.
Very nice, very nice. JHNSB asking if everyone was hungover yesterday. Man, I drove back to San Antonio after to Conroe rather after the event. I didn't get in until 3:30 in the morning, man. I was pulling over every two towns for a 20-minute nap, and I napped my way all the way to Conroe. There was a lot of traffic on the road, a lot of construction. But we have some time to digest and process what the Spurs did. Everyone seemed to do the things that they were supposed to do when it comes to it all. And when the Spurs were picking at number 20, Joe, we were all excited about the opportunity of a Karim Lopez from Mexico coming to the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
Spurs always like those international projects as well. But one thing that I do respect about what's been going on with the Spurs and the drafting over the course of the last few years is that I think for the most part, Brian Wright has been going to the Blue Bloods. Look
Yeah.
at the players that he drafted. Kentucky, UConn, Duke. Do you notice something there, Joe? We had talked about Alan Graves from Santa Clara, right? How he went one spot before at 19. But you look at who the Spurs are picking. They're picking the blue blood guys. They're like, okay, we're picking the guys. And who did they pick last year? They picked from Carter Bryant. You look at the blue blood action when it goes on to a lot of these players, and I think there's something to be said about that. So who did the Spurs get? The Spurs got at number 20, Jaden Quaintance, the center out of Kentucky. How old is Jaden Quaintance? Because everyone's talking about he might miss a year, right? Because he played for Arizona State for a year, went to Kentucky, basically blew out his knee in Arizona State, came back to Kentucky. It wasn't vibing. It wasn't there. He played just 4 games, shut it down. This was the McDonald's All-American 5-star consensus guy coming out of high school. 5-star. Could have gone to any college he wanted to. Case in point, he made his way to Kentucky, right? The guy can ball. He's known as a defensive wizard.
They are 3-6 in.
Known as a very defensive-oriented kind of guy. Can get to the paint, can dunk the ball. Is he going to shoot threes? No, he's not. But what is he known for? Banging bodies, going down low. Inside presence defensively. It's like another shot blocker. Look at that. He blocked that into the second row. He is a shot blocker. He's a defensive menace, right? So
what on the court with Wemby? Is it a no-fly zone? Is that what's going to happen?
Yeah, I had somebody reach out to me yesterday and say that the Spurs are going to. One of my nephew reached out to me and said the Spurs are going to hold teams down to 70 points when it's all said and done. Because if you have all these defensive guys out there, whether it be Fox or Castle or Harper, along with Wemby, along with Cornette, the Spurs' identity is around defense.
Yeah.
And you have a guy who can rebound the ball. But again, he blew out his knee, and reports are, he's even said it, he needs another surgery. So that might sideline him another 6 months into next year. So his rookie season might be nothing.
Yeah.
So when you know that, Joe, you come out of that 20 pick and you think to yourself, oh, man, we got somebody who's not even going to help at all next year. We packed it up from the Hard Rock Cafe. We got to our respective cars. I get in my car and I turn on the radio to listen to the rest of the draft. Spurs pull a trade with the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
And I reached out to you and I was like, oh, my God, the Spurs are back on the clock. And they got Terrace Reed, center from UConn. So if Jaden Quaintance is considered to be a stretch in the sense that we don't know what you got from him, it's a gamble. Terrace Reed is the one where you know what he is. He's a bruiser down low. He's a center who gets a bunch of rebounds, who averaged a double-double in the NCAA March Madness tournament. The guy is somebody who likes to crash the boards. Guess how many three-point shots he made last year, Joe?
How many?
0. He ain't going to stretch the floor at all. What is he there to do, Joe? Be a bruiser. We talked about how the Spurs need to have guys down low to kind of help Wemby out when it comes to the defensiveness of things. how he gets bullied around, gets pushed around. And we didn't have anybody next to him that was going to be able to dish it back.
Yeah.
There were, and no, I'm not talking about enforcers.
Sorry,
I'm
Mike. I'm
talking
trying to
about,
see if I can show the video.
yeah, I'm not talking about enforcers. I'm talking about bodyguards. An enforcer to me is somebody who is seeking the contact, is seeking the physicality. The enforcer is I will match in kind. I will match that energy. So it's interesting what the Spurs did there, getting a guy who's just down low. Look, just complete fundamental ball down low, post up moves. Notice how he started that with the face up, Joe. Back it in. Who does that look like? Who does that look like? A little Timmy in there?
Yeah.
Who does that look like? Again, no outside shot worth anything. He's going to shoot the ball within 8 feet. But look at the handles. Look at the ability to use the pivot foot. Get inside. What do we say about Wemby? What is he unable to do sometimes? Get
in
inside the
paint.
paint. This is a big dude, man. He will get inside whenever he wants to get inside, and he can play some defense. Look where he is. Look who's camping out at the circle. He's camping out 4 feet from the rim, Joe. Why does he shoot over 60% from the field? Because he's down low the entire time. His zip code, you want to send him mail, you send it to the lane because he's right there under the basket the entire time, man. I mean,
There you
every play, Joe, looks just like the other one. Some good defense there.
So let's see
So
what the
I
letter
like it.
grades were. What were the letter grades? So we're going to look at this because this is courtesy of Yahoo Sports, right? So they graded all the teams that drafted first round, second round. And here's the first round, for the most part, your top 5 picks pretty much get an A plus, except for the Clippers there. They got an A minus. Then
Yeah,
we're going to look and see what happened here with the San Antonio Spurs. So
that's
because they
Kevin
went,
O'Connor.
yeah,
That's Kevin O'Connor.
and because they drafted Jay Quintance, as I have him here, they gave him a B minus.
Mhm.
Big out of Kentucky. Then at number 26 with T. Reed Jr., they gave the Spurs again a B minus. So the consensus was Spurs got it all right, with Brian Wright and all them drafting. I mean, you can gripe and complain, but you really did feel at this point a need, and they felt like this was the best available player at this number 20 and at number 26.
Do you know who the big winner of the draft was?
Oh,
It wasn't Shams. It wasn't anybody else. Because I know for Kevin O'Connor, for all the love that he gets from time to time, I get it. But Jeremy Woo of ESPN was on top of it, man. He nailed about 80% of the draft picks, like the first 9 he nailed.
no.
And when I started reading up on what he was talking about, he gave the Spurs a better draft grade than this guy did, than Kevin O'Connor. He was giving them B pluses, A minuses, and things like that for what the Spurs did. He liked the fact that the Spurs went in and got Reed and went back into the first round. So look what the Spurs did right there. I was of the concern that the Spurs may not have the need for rookies because they're guaranteed contracts, because they have a guaranteed 3-year deal with a 4-year team option. So the Spurs are saying that these 2 guys are already on the team. That's 2 of the 15 that are there. But the price control is pretty good because they got them in the 20s, and it's not like they're going to pay them a whole heck of a lot of money because they're not lottery picks. They're not like Wemby making $13 million, or they're not like Castle making $9 million. These guys are going to be making a lot lower than that, and it's cost control for the next 3 years on these 2 spots. We just need one of them to pan out, Joe. Both of them aren't going to, but if one of them can cut into the rotation, like Carter Bryant over the next couple of years, get into the rotation, get 10, 12 minutes, and bang bodies. And as someone pointed out, look at the I think it was Sam Salinas who mentioned the fact that Sam Salinas says, notice how Reed does a side shuffle to stay in front of the guard who spins on him. Because that's amazing. Something Wemby doesn't have. Sam, I agree with you when it comes to that. C. Burleson on our chat, Power by PHX Lacatera, says he got post moves and a go-to move, something that Wemby does not have down low. Can Wemby learn from these young guys? I know Wemby's better than them, but learn from these guys who are not as good. But when you're not as good, Joe, guess what you have to do? You have to learn a go-to move. and perfect a certain play. Better players tend to rely on their instincts. They tend to rely on their athleticism and the fact that Wemby's taller than everybody else.
Yeah.
But these guys have the fundamentals that maybe Wemby can learn on and learn from in practice. It's a good thing, man.
Yeah, we got some incoming super chats. They're getting
Oh,
stacked
didn't
up here.
see, didn't see.
Here comes the money.
Jason Garcia, he says he's giving the Spurs an A for the draft. Okay, Jason.
Yeah,
We got another incoming super chat. This one's from Myra Chronicles. Over.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Myra. Appreciate the support. She is saying, Viva Mexico.
L3.
Yeah, it says Ocho started in Estadio Azteca and retired in Estadio Azteca.
You
What a
know,
legend.
you know what's funny? By the way, thank you for the support, Myra and Jason as well.
Yeah.
There's a Mexican restaurant, Tex-Mex restaurant by my house over here in Conroe called L3, and I didn't get it. It's soccer. It's a soccer themed taqueria.
No.
I didn't get it. It's called L3. So
No,
now,
you don't.
now I put two and two together. And yes, did I watch some World Cup action last night? I did. I watched Mexico win. The score was 3-0.
And what did Mike say? Meh.
It's soccer.
Come on, Mike. And we
It
got
was
another
all right.
incoming
It
super
was all
chat.
right. It was all right. That's fun.
Here comes the money.
And this one's from Jason Garcia. He says, Mike buried this super chat 6 foot under. So sad.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. But big trade in the NBA already today, Joe. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
there
it.
was. Let's go
Let's
ahead
talk
and
about
it.
Western Conference rival. You know, we battled up against Minnesota a lot of this year. The T-Wolves going all in today, and I respect it, Joe. Because you know how we say F them picks, do something with your excess picks.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what the Wolves did today with the Charlotte Hornets? So Charlotte is trading LaMelo Ball and Josh Green to the Timberwolves for Naz Reid, several draft picks and draft swaps. I think it's 3 first-rounders and 3 swaps in the future. Now you have a backcourt of LaMelo Ball and Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, so everyone's getting bigger. They got smaller because they got rid of Julius Randle. They got rid of Naz Reid. I tell you what, though, Joe, name me a better backcourt than LaMelo and Anthony Edwards, because I'll wait. And a lot of Spurs fans are probably looking at LaMelo Ball and thinking about LaMelo Ball from like his dad. You know how his dad was all in everyone's face back in the day.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he's taken a back seat. And then we got Lonzo Ball early. But the one that's the better player is LaMelo. LaMelo's an all-star. Now you have 2 all-stars as backcourt mates with Minnesota. It's a scary prospect because what did the Spurs have to do to stop Anthony Edwards? Double team him, right? You can't double team Anthony Edwards if LaMelo Ball is out there on the court. You can't. LaMelo Ball's the truth, dude. He's a hell of a player. I don't care what you think of his family. I don't think what you care about how Lonzo Ball kind of sucked it up when he came to the NBA. LaMelo can play, dude. LaMelo is like is a stat wizard, and last year made the All-Star team. He played 20 minutes last year, averaged 20 points per game, 37% from 3, 90% from the free throw line, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, over a steal a game. Guy's a baller, Joe. He's a baller.
He's a baller, but I mean, problem with him is that is he going to be able to shine in the biggest moments? Question mark. You know, the reason
He led Charlotte to a play-in tournament seeding.
yeah,
You know, and this was a team that was considered to be one of the worst teams going into the preseason.
yeah. The thing is that the reason that their Minnesota's Timberwolves are actually signing him is to appease not only Anthony Edwards but also kind of shore up that front court and make them more competitive with who? San Antonio Spurs, right? Because Minnesota got outplayed by the San Antonio Spurs guards. And now every team in the West is going to go ahead and make some moves, including OKC, which what did they do? They went ahead and drafted a guy that's 7'3" out of the draft to kind of put a body out there with Wemby, because Wemby killed them in the playoffs as well. So these teams know San Antonio isn't coming. They're here. And now they're having to go ahead and make adjustments to be competitive in the West against what the San Antonio Spurs and Wemby.
Hmm. Now everyone's talking about injury problems with LaMelo Ball, which is true. He had 3 seasons in a row where he lost a lot of time because of injuries. But last year, 72 games played.
Yeah,
And don't make me quote Janet Jackson, Joe. This is where the Unk type stuff comes in. This is where the Theo stuff comes in. What have you done for me lately? He made the All-Star team and he played 72 games.
yeah.
So what injuries are we talking about? Though that's a thing of the past. He played 72 games. I just think that a dynamic backcourt like that, where everyone's zigging and they zagged, is an interesting model because it's a hard matchup in a playoff series. I'm not saying that they're going to go off and win 60 games,
Yeah.
but a healthy LaMelo and a healthy Anthony Edwards out there, projected starting lineup there, and Ayo's there, by the way.
Yeah.
And by the way, they have Rudy Gobert, who's a solid center. He's older, but he's still a defensive presence out there. And Jay McDaniels is no schmuck. Dude,
Yeah.
that's a good team, Joe.
How many games are they winning?
52. Everyone said Wolves are too small, and maybe that's the thing. But you know what? It's about matchups and who you're playing. Maybe they're too small for some teams, but maybe they're too fast for others. I like this team. I like that team a lot, dude.
But here's the thing, too.
Ayo signed his contract. Anthony Edwards is one of the best players in the league. Jaden McDaniels outplays his contract. Rudy Gobert is still a defensive wizard. It's a good line. It's a good
But
matchup.
here's what's happening. So the Wolves are picking up something on the offensive end, right? But defensively, you have LaMelo Ball and you have Anthony Edwards. LaMelo's not really known for his defensive prowess.
No, he's not.
If he's not scoring, he's really a liability if he's not scoring because he can't guard anybody. People are going to go right by him.
But they have Gobert and McDaniels down low, and that
That
stops a
they do.
lot.
But I'm
That
just
stops
saying,
a lot.
you're getting something in return, but you're also losing something.
Well, who did they lose?
I'm just saying from a defensive
They
perspective.
lost Nas Reed, who, by the way, is one of the best 6 men of the past decade.
Yeah.
Good player. I always wanted him to be with the Spurs, to be honest with you. Lost Nas Reed. But you're saying LaMelo for Nas Reed? It's a no-brainer. They got
Yeah.
better.
They got better.
They got better.
Offensively, they did.
They gave up 3 first-rounders and they gave up 3 swaps in the future.
Yeah.
But it's a league of stars, Joe. You need to have 2 stars on the team to be relevant and 3 to be a champion. They got 2 stars, man. That means they're relevant.
Yeah. So what is that going to mean now for OKC? And people are asking the question. They said, so what's the over under that Chet gets traded? So
He's not.
Oklahoma got enough because they drafted another guy that was 7'3", right? So how is that going to fit in the context of Chet and how much playing time he's going to get moving forward? What are they going to do with that other big?
Well, first of all, Chet Holmgren. I don't want to say I feel bad for the guy because Wemby has it out for him. But Chet Holmgren was an all-NBA third-team guy. So we're trying to tell me that this rookie that they drafted out of Michigan is going to take over his spot. He's not. In the playoffs, is he going to be playing some minutes? He might play some minutes defensively from time to time. But Chet's not out of a job.
No.
Chet is still one of the 5 to 6 best at his position in the entire NBA. He's also somebody who shoots 3-pointers. He's a 50-40, a 90-50-40 guy, 90% from the free throw line, 50% from the field, 40% from 3. There are not a lot of Chet Holmgrens around. He's also one of the better defensive players out there. Did he get exposed by Wemby and the Spurs? He did.
Yep.
But guess what, Joe? None of the other 30 teams in the NBA, other 28 teams in the NBA exposed him. The Spurs are his bugaboo for one reason or another. He does not play well against Wemby or the Spurs. But against the other 28 teams, he's fine.
We also had some other news coming out of the Western Conference as well. And that was what? The signing of Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
And this was courtesy of Sham Shania. He was saying that reportedly Austin Reeves intends to sign a 4-year deal worth about $185 million to
Good for him.
return to the franchise. So these deals can't be, let's say, official until July, but
July.
we're already seeing what's going to happen come July.
That's a great contract for Austin Reeves.
So wonder
What does that do for Rui Hashimura though?
exactly. So what's going to happen there? Are they going to go ahead and have to say goodbye to him? What's going to happen with Braun? Is he going to resign for another year with the Lakers, or are you going to go somewhere else?
Well, I mean, this just shows you that if you can consistently get the ball into the hoop as a 3-point shooter,
Yeah.
and you have an EFG that's really high, you're gonna get paid in the league. Austin Reeves is a great player, man. I'm a really big fan of Austin Reeves. Last year, Austin Reeves with looking up his stats right here,
Yeah.
how he has steadily improved over the years with what he does. His career EFG is 57%, which for a guard is really high.
Yeah.
It's because he can knock down some threes. I don't know if he's worth 40 million or whatever the case may be,
Yeah. Look
but he's
at
worth at
handling
least
fists.
30. Rui Hashimura to the Spurs. I mean, that's the fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Spurs got 15.5 to give him. Can you make it happen?
I wouldn't be mad with it.
Oh, that would solve a lot of problems, Joe.
Yeah.
That is the one free agent that solves everything that the Spurs have going wrong with him.
That means you
right
got to
there.
say goodbye to some fan favorites, but you know what? Good.
You have to say bad. Harrison Barnes would be the one.
Yeah.
Basically,
Got to make
Harrison
the
Barnes.
salaries work.
And everyone talk about injury prone. Everybody's injury prone in the NBA. Everybody's injury prone. Name me one player that's not injury prone. Harrison Barnes.
Yeah.
Name me another player that's not injury prone. Keldon Johnson. He played 82 games. Everybody has injury problems in the NBA. They're not built the same way.
Like clockwork, Mike. What did I say over there at the draft party? I
Yeah.
said I already knew because of the way the Spurs drafted. I told everyone NSB is going to be in shambles. Man.
Shambles. That's
And
exactly
look
what you
at
said. You said that out
Brian
loud.
Wrong is too scared to make any moves. Yep.
Well, what moves do you want him to make? What serious, legitimate moves you want him to make? And I say that seriously because he's coming out saying he didn't make any moves. JHNSB, whip it out, dude. Tell me the move that you wanted to make. Because you've been talking crap about the Spurs and Brian Wright. I understand. I talk crap about Brian Wright too. But I say something bad about Brian Wright over the years, and then I say what I would have done differently. Don't just say make moves. That's a generic blanket statement. Who should they have gone after? And who do they want to give up for that, man? Just say it. Jay, like Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School? Say it! No, that's not. It's Sam Kinison. Say it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Say what you wanted to say, what you want to say.
Yeah.
Because what move was to be made? Go get LaMelo?
No.
Okay, let's throw one out in the sticks, Joe. Out from the weeds. Jaylen Brown's got to go someplace, right?
Yeah.
Celtics aren't going to get 100 cents on the dollar for Jaylen Brown, even though he's one of the 12 best players in the NBA and a perennial All NBA type of guy. Jaylen Brown does not. What does he play? The 3? He's kind of a 2-3 kind of guy, right? I know we have Castle and all that stuff, but Jaylen Brown is Jaylen Brown. If you can get him and bring him onto the team, would you be willing to give them, say, 75 cents on the dollar?
Maybe.
He's primarily a 3 guy, so this would be a replacement for Champagny. Would you offer him? Would you offer Steph Castle, Devin Vassell, Castle, Vassell, Champagny, and picks
No.
for Jaylen Brown? Would you do it?
Yeah.
You would?
Maybe.
For a starting lineup of Fox, Harper, Jaylen Brown, Wemby, and whoever, Keldon or whoever. I mean, because we have a JHNSB saying swing for the fences. Well, that's swing for the fences, right? Because we know that Jaylen Brown is available, but would you be willing to offer that much? Because that's what it would take.
Yeah.
But Charlie Hernandez says Jalen would be a good move, but I'm not willing to give up the farm for him. Well, then who do you give up the farm for? Why have the farm? Is it the all these picks that the Spurs have, the best of the Dallas, Minnesota one that's going to come up in a few years, the Sacramento pick, the Boston pick, Atlanta's pick this year. Why have all these picks? You're not going to do something with it. The Atlanta pick is looking worse and worse by the year. JHSB saying Castle's untouchable. Dude, Jaylen Brown, who was the NBA Finals MVP 2 years ago, is on the trade block. Castle's not untouchable. Why is he untouchable? How many All-Star games has he been to?
Yeah, that's the thing that Spurs fans do, man. They're like, "Oh, this
fall in
player's
love.
untouchable. This player's untouchable." They're all commodities. They're tradable assets, dude. Like if the Spurs want to go after a player and they can make the numbers work, they can go ahead and get something comparable, they'll go ahead and pull the trigger. Doesn't matter if a Spurs fan loves said player. I mean, they can be gone at any time. The only one that truly is untouchable on the team is who? Wemby.
And I mean, you can make an argument that Dylan Harper's untouchable because he's projected to be a multi-all-star. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-time all-star.
No.
We know that he's going to be that. So because of that, and the NBA knows, the NBA world knows that Dylan Harper is going to be an all-star. So if you want to say that those two are untouchable, I'm fine. Castle's going to be a very good player for many, many years. Might make 2, 3 all-star teams. Might make 2 or 3 all-star teams. But the pecking order right now is 1 is Wemby, 2 is Harper, and everybody else is tradable. But the thing is that, Will Van Beckham says, go get Kawhi. I don't know if he's joking or not. But,
I'm going to show
one
that
year,
one again.
1 year deal?
Go get Kawhi. No, absolutely not. Kawhi's going to want to have to play in San Antonio. And you think he wants to come back here? He already left. No, he don't want to come back here.
Dylan Harper, according to JHSB, is more injury prone than Castle. But guess who's the better player? Harper's the better player. Kawhi is more injury prone than the entire NBA. 2-time MVP.
He's damn
Finals
good,
MVP.
man. He's already at the end of his career.
2-time Finals MVP, and Kawhi played more games last year than he had in years past. So I don't buy that either. Kawhi is actually healthier than he has been in recent years. I mean, again, we're all going on like LaMelo Ball. He's injury prone. He played 72 games last year, started 69. We're all going on past history. That past history doesn't necessarily mean that it is what it is. Kawhi Leonard played 65 games last year. So he played 65 games last year, right? That's more than he had played in 7 of the last 8 seasons since he played for the Spurs. That was the most he had played since leaving the Spurs. The second most, rather. Yeah, Gibbs coming out. Gibbs 94.1 saying Kawhi had a points per game high this season. Let's look at that up real fast. Is that true?
Yeah, he had a really good season. Well, actually, Kawhi, when you look at his season that he had,
27.9 points per game.
He had a good season.
27.9 points per game at age 34, 65 games played. He had his best season, Joe.
Tree Man got paid.
One of his best seasons. Tree Man. 1 second here. Oh, I didn't even hit the button right. Damn it.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Good times. Good times.
Oh, you know what? You know what else was a good time?
What's up?
Mexico won yesterday. Mira, you know who knows a thing or two about the knockouts? It's saying via Ring Magazine. Canelo. Puro pinche Canelo.
Canelo, baby.
He's out there celebrating. So we got to go ahead and give the grito, man, since Team Mexico won yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and give the dog grito.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
That was a hell of a game, man. I was watching that one. And we also have other games that are be happening today, including Team USA, which they've already locked in they punched their card for the round of 32. So this game against Turkey today is really meaningless, but it still matters because you want to win, because you want to go out on a high note. So Team USA versus Turkey, that'll be happening at about 8:30 our time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, you for those who know, you can watch it via Telemundo or you can stream it on the Peacock. And of course, you have the over-the-air antenna. You can watch it on Fox 29 here locally.
Do you like it on Telemundo, Joe?
I like it on Telemundo. I listen to it on Telemundo.
Joe, I saw this thing on Twitter yesterday. It's like these reels going on, these TikToks and whatnot, where they have these Mexican fans that are out there, and dude, they're completely shaming some of these Mexican fans. They're out there wearing the green jerseys, sporting the Mexican hats and all that stuff, and they're finding no Sabo kids out there and are exploiting them for not knowing Spanish. So this one guy's going out and goes, "Hey, man, what's your name? You cheering for Mexico today?" "Yeah." They're like, "Okay, how do you say building in Spanish? How do you say this in Spanish?" And when they don't answer them, they fucking shame them, dude. Dollar, sorry. They shame them. It's so sad. Why can't they just go out there and cheer for Mexico, man?
No.
Why do they gotta jump through hoops?
And look at they're saying Soccer Talk sponsored by Sean Quintero.
I miss the white and black ball, Joe. I miss it.
And look, we got another incoming super chat.
Here comes the money.
Jason says it's a sad day for super chats.
Joe, so there's I mentioned yesterday that the British Broadcasting Company has their group their as it stands right now on the knockout stage. So some of them are called as it stands, others are called already scheduled, right? Because that means that they can't move from where it's at right now. But right now, Joe, if the tournament was the knockout stage was to start right now, Germany would play Paraguay, France would play Sweden. So that means in the round of 16, you could have Germany against France. You have South Africa against Canada, Netherlands against Morocco, Portugal against Ghana, Spain against Austria. A chance for Portugal and Spain, who are neighbors, to play each other in the round of 16. Okay, look at the quad that the USA is in this to get to the quarterfinals. As it stands right now, the U.S. would play Bosnia Herzegovina and would be favored, and more than likely would play Egypt and would be favored. Joe, this is the New England Patriots' path to the Super Bowl is what it's looking like for Team USA. Isn't that great, Joe? I know enough soccer about that, right? Argentina is on track right now to play Uruguay. Australia is on track to play Iran. Interesting, Joe.
And look at Sean. Hard Rock Events 3, PF Chang 0. Sounds like a soccer score.
He used 0, not nil.
Yeah, nil.
Got that stupid song in my head. Forgiveness.
Oh, God.
Is saying more than sorry. And to say sorry.
What? I was going to show you this graphic, and you tell me what you think of this. Ranking the best duos, right, in the NBA. And this is by MGM. So number 1, they have Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns. At number 2, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. And then at number 3 here, we have Victor Wembanyama and Dylan Harper. And then, of course, you have now number 4, Giannis and Bam Adebayo over in Miami. Right. Number 5, you have Shea, or whatever you want to call his name, and Chet. And then you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, which isn't going to be a duo anymore because the Celtics are actively shopping Jaylen Brown around right now. And you also have Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid.
You can't have Embiid in there because he's always injured. He's injury prone. God, I heard that phrase already like 12 times in the chat. Quit it.
Oh,
Joe.
God.
I got to blow my nose, Joe. So let's give some love to one of our sponsors.
All right, let's go ahead and give some love to the Hard Rock Cafe. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio, is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. So shout out to the Hard Rock Cafe. We had a great event out there again. Thank you for all those who attended. We greatly appreciate the support. And we look forward to doing more events here in the near future. Now, one of the things that I wanted to go ahead and also give a shout out to is our boy, Tex-Mex Frank. Tex-Mex Frank also donated a hat to the cause as well. And you can go ahead and follow Tex-Mex Frank on his X handle. He has his handle as it's at Tex-Mex Frank. Go ahead and give him a follow. And he does great work. He also has his Texican gear out there. So you can want to go buy a hat or anything of that nature, go ahead and do that. This was the giveaway that Tex-Mex Frank did go ahead and donate to our event there that we had at the Hard Rock, the NBA draft event. And also Tex-Mex Frank, he was letting us know that he does have an event that's going to be coming up here shortly. So if you want to go ahead and take part of buying his gear, you can go ahead and go to his community vendor market. It'll be next. He says it's going to be happening Saturday, July the 25th. It's going to be happening from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the location is 3460 Copper Willow in Bulverde, Texas. So go ahead and check that out if you want to buy any Texican gear.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I've worn Texican gear out to the lake and whatnot in the past. It's very cool. Very cool. Joe, no PF Chang events, according to Greg. Says, let me speak to the manager. Do we know the manager at PF Chang?
We might.
I don't know if he remembers what I look like.
Alex will watch the game at PF Chang's and I will close the restaurant down for him.
Joe, I'm still perplexed by JHNSB saying the Spurs didn't do something without giving a response. Did he give a response back as to what they should have done?
No,
or is
really.
Or is he flapping his gums? What's he doing?
Mike, he was wanting the Spurs to go and get Rui Hachimura.
Well, they can't get him yet. It's not July.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man.
Be nice, Mike.
You know Rui is going to stay with this. I mean, I want to be with the Spurs, and that'd be great if he did. But he's a Spursy kind of guy, too. He plays a really good brand of basketball. But, I mean, who do you think he's really going to go to? If they're playing in L.A., he's going to want to stay in L.A. But there are projections and props that you can make on this, Joe. Let's see what it says here. The odds of him going to various teams. Well, actually, one of the top ones was the Minnesota Timberwolves.
No,
that might be a pretty good deal for them anyway.
But you know who's actively being shopped right now too? Like I had already mentioned, Jaylen Brown, and this is per Sham Shania of ESPN, being reported by Yahoo Sports. The Celtics are actively engaged in trade talks surrounding Jaylen Brown. And they said that multiple teams have interest. Again, this is per Sham Shania.
So who are these multiple teams? You would have to think, but see, let's think about this. If I was to ask you the question, who has the picks and the players to make this happen? I can think of three teams.
Okay.
One of those teams is in the Eastern Conference and is their rival. So I doubt they'd want to send Jaylen Brown to Philly. Spurs and the Rockets have what they need, have what's needed for this. Because Miami's already blown their wad by getting Giannis.
No.
Minnesota's already blown their wad by getting LaMelo and doing the moves that they've been doing. The same could be, I mean, where's he going to go? See, you can go get Durant and say, Durant, over to you guys, and build around Kevin Durant and match up Jason Tatum with Kevin Durant. Might not be a bad deal. I mean, who else went to Boston at the end of their career? We saw Shaq go there at the end of his career. We saw Kevin Garnett win a championship over there at the end of his career in 2008. So I can see Houston being a player. But let's go through the teams that make the playoffs, Joe, because he's going to want to go to a playoff contender, right?
No.
Oklahoma City can make a move. They got the players, they got the picks. Denver can't. They're trapped in purgatory. Spurs can. Houston can. The Lakers are trapped. Unless LeBron, they're trapped. He's not going to want to go to Sacramento or Utah. He's not going to want to go to Phoenix. He's not going to want to go to Portland. Eastern Conference. Why would you trade him to Philadelphia? Why would you trade him to the Knicks? They're your rivals. You're competing with them to go. Why would you want to trade him to Atlanta? Atlanta has the picks, the players. But why are you making a good team better? I think that if they're going to move Jaylen Brown, Joe, I'm going to protect Houston.
Might not be a bad fit.
So everyone's talking about no. We're not talking about whoever Rodney Pooh is. Welcome to the show. Says Durant for Fox. I'm saying no. I'm saying Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant. Tunal says there's a chance where he never got to truly shine this season because of an injury. I would have given him more minutes than McLaughlin.
Now, Rodney Pooh's just being a troll right now, man. He's a
Oh,
Knicks fan.
oh, Big Sean PD said Fox, Keldon, and picks for Brown.
Yeah.
That's not going to get it done. You cannot trade, and I know De'Aaron Fox was an all-star this past year, but you can't trade a fading all-star who's getting older for a guy in his prime. That's still an all-star and making all NBA teams. It would have to be. You would have to give them hope. You would have to give them Steph Castle, Keldon, Vassell, and picks for Jaylen Brown. That would be the play. And it would be a good play too. Why have all these picks? Why wouldn't any Spur want to team up Wemby, Harper with a top 12 player in the NBA? Why would we not want to do that? Because if we were to rank players in the NBA, Castle's what? 75? 70? Maybe best case scenario, he's 48. Right? What's
Yeah.
Vassell? 70? So we're saying we got to hold on to number 48, number 72, because we can't go get 12, because we don't want to get number 12 in the NBA.
Yeah.
Dude, Jaylen Brown was number 5 this year in All-Star in MVP voting. Number 5. But you're telling me that we shouldn't think of the idea of getting rid of Vassell and Castle to go make a run at him? Come on, man. Talk to me about somebody who doesn't know ball. Spurs fans get enamored with their own players. They fall in love with Jeremy Sohan. They overvalue their own players and undervalue the other team's players. That's the definition.
What
of
did
being
we
a Spurs
say?
fan.
Don't get enamored with the player, because Spurs fans love Sean Elliott, got traded. Malik Rose, they loved him, got traded. Avery Johnson, they loved him, bye. All right? Like,
Yeah.
these are tradable assets. I mean, they can be gone at any time. People or fans loved what? Zach Collins? You know? Trey
Yeah.
Jones or whatever, and what happened? Gone. Like Jakob Portal, they loved him, gone. Mamu, gone. Okay, come on, man.
I mean, they're commodities. I mean, I
Yeah.
saw Spurs fans complain about David Jones Garcia signing with Orlando.
So,
Good
okay,
for him.
Good for him.
If you
Go get your money.
really liked him, if you really wanted what was best for him, you'd want him to have a full-fledged contract, and he got one.
Yeah.
So I don't see what the issue is when it comes to it all.
I don't know, everybody's over here getting mad at Rodney Pooh or whatever, but congratulations.
I don't mind
to
him. I like the trolls in the chat. Dude.
Congratulations. No, real talk though. Congratulations to him being a Knicks fan, because I mean the Knicks hadn't won anything in such a long time.
Over
and now
50
they go
years.
in there and they finally win the chip, and the city's celebrating, rightfully so. So I remember how that feels as being a Spurs fan, when your team hadn't won anything in such a long time and then you actually win the whole damn thing. It's a good feeling, man.
The Knicks climbed the mountaintop.
Yeah.
The Knicks had bad years. They had to retool the lineup, get a new coach. I'm happy for Mike Brown over there because they've they've it legitimized him as a future NBA Hall of Fame coach
Yeah.
because he won without LeBron. But the Knicks did what they had to do to kind of rise to the ranks. I mean,
Yeah.
they went from being a 21-45 team to winning 41 games. Look at this. During COVID, they won 37 games. Then they went to 47, 50, 51, 53, got to the finals and won. So look at that. Look at that progression they had, increasing little by little. Then they got to the mountaintop. Spurs went from 30 wins to 62 wins.
They hadn't been in the playoffs in what, 7 seasons?
Seven
They
seasons, yeah.
go and then they
So,
go all the way
I
to the
mean,
finals. All right.
We could go to the finals. So it's not trolling Spurs fans and making me feel hurt. I feel like more confident in going, well, crap, this is the worst we're ever going to see of the Spurs. If the worst we're going to see from the Spurs is them going to the finals, then the NBA is in a world of hurt, man. So
Yeah.
it's good times, man.
They're saying Rudney Poo is a Cowboys fan. Like, come on, man.
Oh, sorry, I call him Rodney. It's Rudy Pool.
Rudney Poo. Hey, but we had this one video here I wanted to show you, and I wanted to get your opinion on this. This is courtesy of Fox 29. So this was a podcast that they have, right? And
I saw this. I saw this.
Talking about, the Spurs guaranteed to like going to they're winning a championship or going to win a championship next year. I mean,
yeah,
you can't guarantee that kind of stuff because again, you're like the reason that the Spurs were able to go to the NBA finals is what? They were healthy. A lot of the other teams they were going up against, they had some injuries, and that's just part of the game. Right? You can only play who's in front of you regardless of who's healthy or not. But I was telling Sean last night too. I was like, you know what, man? Like, that's a good problem to have that they were healthy. They had, some of these young players really starting to shine, come into their own. But you might not be able to get back there next year. It's never a guarantee, right? Because you have to be healthy. And things have to line up perfectly for you to get to the finals because it's hard to get there. So Spurs fans thinking, oh, it's shoo-in. They're going to be there next year. Might not happen, man, but let's hear what Tracy McGrady and what they had to say here. What is this? The Cousins podcast.
The Spurs winning the NBA Finals next year. They're a plus 250.
I'm going Spurs winning the championship next year. I think Wemby's going to come back. I think he's going to bulk up, have an offensive package that he could go to. He could play below the free throw line. I know he's going to work on that this offseason. If he doesn't, there's some people around him that needs to be fired. That's where he has to play.
Just go for the throw.
Man, get him out of here, bro. Because if you watching these games, you understand that's where he has to play. Yeah, he has to play there. He has to work on that. Castle is going to be better.
That's what I was going. That's where I was going.
Castle is going. I'm sure he's going to work on. He's going to
because
be
of
better.
Because the last memory of being in the finals with him, one for whatever,
1 for 10, 1 for 11, whatever it was. He was struggling.
He's too good of a player.
Different.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. So I believe in him.
His mind is built different to where not worried about him coming back. Vassell's going to be fine, and then it's that rookie. It's that young bull. That young bull. I cannot wait to see what he's going to look like next year and the role that they're going to have him in. I'm going with San Antonio.
I'm going to go with you. Let's do it.
You rolling with me, cuz?
Let's say.
Okay, first of all, this made my heart smile. T-Mac and Vince Carter going at each other on a podcast. I'd watch that all day, every day. That is great. That's great analysis of it all. I do hope Castle gets better. I am a fan of Castle. I have a Castle jersey. What I didn't like about Castle was that he started playing hero ball come around February for some reason. And there are sometimes Mike Mitchell Jr., our good friend, over at the draft party, we were talking about Castle.
Yeah.
He was saying whenever Castle gets ego driven, his play goes just falls off a cliff. And when he's just playing within himself, he's playing team ball, and he's not playing. You want him pissed, but you don't want him super angry. When he's not playing that way, he's a great ball player. He's a great team player, and he fits what the Spurs need and want. But when he starts playing solo hero ball, dude, and starts flopping around and starts begging for calls and things like that and trying to bait the officials and things like that, the second that he starts doing that, you know he's going to be playing like trash. It's a mind game when it comes to him. And I'll go back to that one play in the NBA Finals when it was a close game down the stretch and Harper's holding him back on the ground to stop from popping up and yelling at a player and possibly getting a tee. That's how you know one player is smarter than the other. And I saw that one announcer who said that why does it seem like Castle's pissed the entire time he plays ball? Like he's perpetually pissed is what the way they described him. He's
Yeah.
always angry. Why? Go have fun. When he's having fun and balling out there, dude, it's a great time. When he gets over pissed, there's an issue with his play.
Yeah. But the only thing is that these players can only get better. Like losing in the NBA finals, we hadn't seen the Spurs show their inexperience, right? Throughout the whole playoff run until they got to the NBA finals. Then the inexperience showed its ugly head.
Mhm.
And sometimes you need to have those tough losses. Like I said, the heartache, because it's a powerful teacher. Losing's a powerful teacher because you don't want to feel like that no more.
Right.
You want to win, and you don't want to see a team win on your home court. And that's going to sting. Use that as fuel to get better, come back better next season. They know what they got to work on.
Yeah. Hey, Rudy Poo, thank you so much for that comment. Says Wemby got to stop flopping like Monty Parker, Ori, and Bowen. Fine. Then don't be a bitch when he elbows one of your guys in the face.
Yeah.
If he's flopping and you call him a big old puss because of that, then when he balls out and he goes out there and starts throwing elbows around, don't cry.
What is he like?
That's the
Minnesota?
thing. That's the thing. We want him to be. He should be. Look at him. He's soft. He's soft. He's French. He's soft. Starts throwing elbows around. Starts pushing people.
Yeah.
And then they complain and bitch. Like, what do you want? What do you want? All you want is to complain. That's all you want is to complain.
Wemby got some dog in him now. Now he just got tired of being pushed around. He's gonna go Sasculero. Sasculero. Yeah,
Very
look at
nice.
Rudy Poo. He's saying lack of experience. They choked a 29-point lead. Yeah, lack of
They did.
experience.
They did.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get some love to PF Chang's La Cantera, our other ride or die, and our La Cantera, who's one of the big wigs over there.
P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
Joe, how them lettuce wraps over at PF Chang's La Cantera?
Delicious, by the way.
Joe, I'm going to look up right now. How much does it cost on SeatGeek to get tickets to go see Kanye? I'm not going to call him Yee. I'm not going to call him that, dude. He's Kanye West. Like, who was it? P. Diddy? I'm Puffy. I'm Puff Daddy. I'm P. Diddy. Shut up. You are whoever you were when you came out. Okay? It's kind of like coming to America. If a man wants to call himself Muhammad Ali, he has the right to call himself Muhammad Ali. No, his mama call him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay. Oh, dude, I go on to SeatGeek and I type in Kanye West and it says Yee or Yay on there. So let's say I want to get 2 tickets to the concert, Joe.
Uh-huh.
How much do you think it costs to have an upper level seats by the banner that says Bruce Bowen? No, this is the Alamo Dome. So this is even worse, dude. This is a 300 seats. Cheapest seat, Joe, in the house, basically a mile and a half away, $177 including the fees. That is section 304, row 11. If you want to be lower row, third level,
yeah,
$225. If you want to be the good seats, Joe,
yeah,
you're looking at prices around $800 to $1,000. And if you want to be on the floor in the general admission, $593 to be on the floor.
that's actually not bad. It's pretty cheap, bro.
So the concert's still going to go on. Gina Ortiz Jones flapped her lips and got nothing done.
Maybe they give her some free tickets, man.
I know, and that councilwoman from District 9, who's part of the conservative part of San Antonio, coming out and saying, well, I had no idea that he was a anti-Semitic in the past or in the present or whatever the case may be. I had no idea. Dude, why are they getting free tickets, man? I don't understand. Why are they saying using their position and power to call up the Alamo Dome and go, "Hey, man, can you give me some tickets?" But it's funny how 6 council members, including that council member from the East Side, who championed her during the whole debate involving Prop
Yeah.
1 and A and B for the renovation of the Freeman Coliseum and for the Alamo Dome and the new arena. Even he went against her and was like, "No, we want this concert to go on." 6 council members signed a document, a city document saying that they weren't going to prevent this from happening. The only thing that the city got allowed was a temporary ban on swastika merchandise. So you can't sell swastika merchandise at the Alamo Dome. I find this to be funny.
I kind of like this Rudy Poo, man. He reminds me of the Spurs Thanos, bro.
Oh yeah, I don't mind him in the chat.
He's fighting
great.
everybody, man. It's like, do your thing,
Spurs
man.
Thanos, Nick Thanos. He makes it sound like he's hurting people's feelings when he's not.
This Rudy Poo starting to grow on me, man. I like this guy.
Spurs made the finals when they were supposed to be a 40-win team. I am happy with the Spurs this year. There's nothing you can say or do. Oh, they lost straight up when they made the NBA finals. That they far exceeded expectations. Nothing to say. So your team got over the hump after 5 years. Great. Let's see what the Spurs do in the next 4 years and see if it's more than just one.
This is Rudy Poo, man, in the chat right now. Spurs Thanos.
The Spurs
fighting
Judas
everybody, man.
the Spurs Judas is who sold their tickets though. They're the problem. They're the problem.
Oh man.
Mario coming out says, "Wait, hold on. I figured it out. Rudy Poo is Walter Pasacreta."
God. Oh man.
That's funny. Joe,
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Pasacreta. God, he had a squeaky voice. He was always in a bitter mood, man. What is going on with that? So, Joe, the whole idea that the city of San Antonio was trying to stop, or at least the mayor of San Antonio was trying to stop a concert downtown was ridiculous. Absolutely. And I'm not going to entertain any ideas from anybody else who says that, oh, no, because of what he said was so offensive. And sorry. We live in free speech is free speech, man. You know, it is. The arts are the arts. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, you know what I was going to show too, Mike? This day in Spurs history is special. On June the 25th, in the year of our Lord, right? Like they like to say.
Yeah.
June 25th. What did the Spurs do?
Oh, they got
Timothy Theodore Duncan. In 1999, on this date, they won their first chip against the New York Knicks with Avery Johnson hitting that corner shot.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go.
It's I told you about this a while back, and I've thought about it a little bit more. Wemby doesn't need to learn from Tim Duncan. They are not the same player, man. Tim Duncan was a back-to-the-basket player. Wemby needs to learn from David Robinson.
Yeah.
David Robinson has the same speed that Wemby has. Well, he's faster than Wemby. David Robinson played face the basket ball. David Robinson had a go-to shot, that 14-foot rise up like a freaking giraffe that's missing on the northeast side. Just rise up over everybody from 12 to 14 feet out. Not a bank shot. 12 to 14 feet straight up. They're so tall. He's so tall, Wemby. He can't be doing bank shots from the blocks. He can't. It's just mathematically, geometrically impossible to make that shot with the same proficiency that Duncan did. Because again, the release point's different. But that being said, I would love to see what Robinson can teach this guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much Robinson has taken part in all this. So people need to stop comparing Wemby to Tim. Wemby compares more with Robinson in more ways than Tim. It's just different player. But he's not the same because, again, what is Wemby? He's a 7'4", 7'5", small forward is what he is.
Yeah. I like Rudy Poo.
Oh, let's put him to bed, dude. He's already had his moment in the sun. He got what he wanted. Let's just move on. He's move on. I stopped looking because I don't give a shit.
You know, it's how you know you arrived, man. When you get trolls coming in and stirring
Oh
the
no,
chat
and
up,
and,
man.
and I don't mind it, but it's just like the chat is to advance the show, not to reel it back in.
No,
I
we moving
appreciate it though.
forward, bro. We moving forward, man.
I like how
It's funny.
Joy-Con says Wemby rises up from the highs and the lows.
The world. We got an ad coming through as I'm looking through the X.
What's going on?
Oh no, I'm just saying we got an ad coming through as I was looking through the X, through the social media. Got a
So
lot of
the the,
audio
the,
coming
the,
in.
the the draft grades are coming in right now on these picks. The LaMelo Ball thing, Joe, it's growing on me, man.
Is it?
It's growing on me. So ESPN is releasing its trade grades. So not only draft grades, it gets trade grades. They get for Minnesota a D plus. Here's what ESPN has to say, okay? ESPN says the Timberwolves had to make choices this summer. Julius Randle, Nas Reed, and Nikhil Alexander Walker were potential free agents. And for all intents and purposes, they could have kept two. So instead of re-signing their big guys, they pulled the plug out. They pulled a big trade to get LaMelo Ball. Basically, it says that it makes them smaller and ill-equipped to take on the Western Conference. Gives them a D. Gives them a grade of a D plus. They give Charlotte a grade of a B plus in the whole. It's a B minus rather. I don't know. I'm usually of the belief that if someone says that you're wrong and everybody has that consensus, then you might be right, actually. Like, really, at the end of the day, couldn't they just get some people in free agency? I mean, at the end of the day, isn't the whole point of the NBA to get stars and then fill around the gaps of those stars? At the end of the day, isn't it what you want to have is to have a backcourt of, hey, if you're a big man, wouldn't you want to play with Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball in the backcourt?
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, we have Rudy Gobert still patrolling the lane. Wouldn't you want to have that?
And they're saying they sent us something here in the media share. So let me get to it right now. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mario. And this is what he sent us. This is gonna be awkward, man. So allegedly, you have Tyler Hero was dating Kyle Kuzma's ex-girlfriend, and now they are teammates. How's that gonna work?
Well, I mean, did it work for Tony Parker and Brent Barry?
It didn't end well.
I find it interesting that there's these women out there who have the ability to get multiple NBA players. Like, that's just weird. Like, oh yeah, I dated this guy with the Bucks, and I dated this guy with the Lakers, I dated this guy with the Nuggets, and now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of like what oh wait, no. Sohan's girlfriend wasn't like that. Because Sohan's ex-girlfriend had like a thing with another, like a soccer player or something like that. But no, it's funny because like they just pass them around. Kylie Jenner dated like three different players, and didn't Kourtney Kardashian date multiple basketball players, and it's just like they're just being passed around. But I'll never forgive Tony Parker for what he did to Brent Barry, dude. Like, Tony Parker is the douchiest Spurs player of all time.
You know, speaking of douchey plays or players, do you see what they did to your girl,
What happened?
Caitlin Clark? Man,
What did they do to Caitlin?
she got beat up the other day.
I mean, the fist in the throat is crazy. It's crazy. It's dangerous. The landing spot, when you went to review it, and she still comes down on top of another foot, like, I don't know. Because to me, that's like a do-over on a test. How do you screw it up again? You're coming in here aware of what happened 2 nights ago, and that still happens? Absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded, absolutely disrespectful.
So her coach is standing up for her. But shouldn't she get tired of getting beat up and be like Wemby? Got to start throwing chingazos sooner or later, man.
Well, Caitlin Clark complained the other day that she got a technical foul, and she says that just like the NBA, where if you have 16 technical fouls, you get a automatic 1 game suspension at 17. I think in the WNBA it's at 8. You get it.
Yeah.
And she's already like 2/3 of the way there. Yeah, I've seen these articles coming out saying that the suspensions are warranted and whatnot. She's just not liked, dude.
Not
She's
at
just
all.
not. She's just not liked. In fact, when the All-Star voting is going on right now, she is one of the top 5 vote getters for All-Stars right now, right? But she's second on her team. She has a teammate who has more All-Star votes than her. So I don't think it's just the players that are turning against her. I think the fans are turning against her as well. She's not as popular as what she used to be because she was expected to be this like great player who's going to come over and take over the WNBA, and she's not.
Yeah.
She's an above average, good player who's a turnover machine, who doesn't just wow people with 3-point shots, because that's what she was known for in college, right? Indiana, or wherever she played back in the day, she was known as being a 3-point shooter, right? Her 3-point accuracy is 33%, Joe. 33. She ain't Steph Curry. She's not even Keldon Johnson. 33%, which is a below average 3-point shot. That's this year and the year before. So she's not knocking down threes. She leads the league in turnovers. She's not as good as advertised, Joe. And I think fans are turning against her as well. And it's obviously the players don't like her. It's obvious the players don't like her for one
when you
reason.
get throat punched, man, that sends a message, Mike. Yeah, she getting throat punched for a reason, dude. It's like you said, they just don't care for her, man. But sooner or later, she's gonna get tired, bro. She's gonna snap sooner or later.
She's gonna snap.
Yeah,
she's gonna Kermit Washington somebody and pow. Toma, as Joe likes to say.
Yeah, toma culero, sas culero.
Big Sean PD says Asia Wilson is who everyone thought Caitlin would be, and that's the thing. And then beyond all that, you have the Paige Beckers of the worlds that are coming up, and they have other stars out there that are big league. And then I saw this debate the other day about Caitlin Clark and her shoe line. That her shoe line has yet to be released or just got released, and it's like, why didn't they do that her rookie year? Why did they wait so long to develop a shoe for her? It's strange. And then, I mean, she's just not as good as advertised, Joe. I mean, I don't know what else to say, dude. She's just not as good as advertised. She's a very good player, better than most in the WNBA. But she's just not that. She's not it, man. I mean, I don't know what to say, Joe. And everyone's like, she will be one day. They're 10-8, Joe. They're 10-8. And she's also injury prone, as everyone likes to say in this chat.
Human nature snapping.
That one show snapped.
Oh yeah. They got that one from back in the day, like you like to say, Mike.
Angel Reese. Why is everybody bringing up Angel Reese, dude? Angel Reese broke a record. Broke a record for the fastest to 1,000 rebounds in a career. Congratulations to Angel Reese. Angel Reese actually played really well against the Fever. She shows up against Caitlin Clark, dude. It's funny.
Looking to see if there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now, dude.
All right, Team USA plays tonight.
Yeah, they do.
Would you be disappointed in a loss tonight?
I would not, but you want to win. You want to end it on a high note, and you want to win. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and leave this one to none other than who? The Corgi. What does the Corgi say is going to happen?
Oh, the Corgi's doing this?
The Corgi's doing this against USA against Turkey. Let's see what the Corgi decides to do. Corgi's going to decide the fate of the USA against Turkey. And the USA is already moving on to the knockout round of 32. So this game really doesn't mean much.
4-1 final.
4-1 final.
I like it, dude. I like how the Corgi thinks it's going to be a high score match. Because here's my experience with the World Cup. I watch for 25 minutes, nothing happens. I go take a piss. I come back, it's 1-0. I watch for another half hour. I take a hydration break with everybody else. It's halftime, intermission, whatever they call it. It's 1-0, 1-0. I watch for 15 minutes, nothing happens. I go to get a soda from the refrigerator. I come back, it's 2-0. Literally, I watched that Mexico match yesterday. It's 90 minutes long plus the extra minutes and hydration breaks, right?
Yeah.
I saw one goal live, which was the third one. I missed the other two because I went to go get a drink, and the other one because I went to go take a piss. Like, it's every soccer match that I watch, dude. I have watched probably, if you add up all the minutes of World Cup I've watched, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Probably about, let's call it 250 minutes of World Cup that I've watched this year, right? In this last week or so. I've seen 3 goals. Now, there have been 9 that have happened when I get a phone call and I go to the other room for a minute, or I go take a piss, or I take out the trash. That's when all the goals happen. I've seen 3 goals live. And one was the third goal for the Mexico issue.
Well, you got to watch the whole game, Mike.
No, Joe. I mean, it's fun. World Cup is fun for right now, and I'll continue watching it until it ends in mid-July, right? And then I will take soccer. I'll put it in a box, nice little box, little casket box. Take it to the backyard, and I'll bury it for 4 years until the next World Cup.
No, we go into the soccer match. You come and join us. We'll be there July 18th.
I can't go in July, dude. Maybe in August.
We're going in July.
I got my baby girl, man. I get my daughter for the summer.
Yeah.
Bobby Valentine saying F soccer. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if it's fun while you're there, man. If you're there, it's fun. But let's not say that watching it on TV. Like, if you're out there and you're part of the experience. If I was to go to Dallas and watch Argentina play, that is great pageantry. Seeing all the fun that people are doing over there, the chants and all that stuff, that's a great time.
Yeah.
Watching it at home,
Not so much.
I mean, let me do my taxes while I'm at it. I mean, I don't sit there like this. Watch the World Cup.
I watch it while I'm at work.
It's great background shit. It's great in the background. Let me work while the World Cup's on. I'm going to look up. Okay. Because there ain't no action. No one's going to score. And then we're going to get to the knockout stages, which is going to happen. What's going to happen with that, Joe? Well, how are knockout matches determined? Penalty kicks, right? And that's kind of like an NBA game, Spurs Knicks in the finals. Let's go to the overtime. We're going to have a free throw challenge. That's what it is, Joe. It's kind of weird.
This is you, Mike. This is a perfect analogy of what you just said.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer.
He turned around and scored. He keeping an eye on it. You turn around, they score again. That's you, Mike. Every time you're watching, nothing happens. The minute you go to the bathroom or go get a drink, they score a goal.
I like Joy Cotton. Calm down, Greg. It's soccer. That's a great
soccer.
line. It's only soccer. It's a great line from, what was that? From oh my God, what was it called again? With Michael Cera, Super Bad.
Oh yeah, super bad.
David
Look at
Atwater
Jason
coming out
says,
saying
be
soccer is
Hispanic,
more-
Mike. Go to the match. Vamos para la cancha.
Which match are we talking about?
SAFC.
Oh no, I mean in August, if it's still going on in August and September, I can go. But July, I'm booked, man. July, I've got my daughter with me for the summer, and I'm not driving her back and forth San Antonio to Conroe.
Oh
Not
God.
gonna happen. I ain't gonna be back in the 210 until August.
David Outwater says soccer is boring.
I prefer David. I prefer NFL over soccer. Football versus football. Well, it's not that with baseball. Look at this, Joe. Chica and I will go to Astros games. I love going to Missions games, by the way. Love going to the games. I'll be excited. I'll sit there. I'll watch pins and needles, everything, right? Watching baseball on TV sucks. It sucks bad watching baseball on TV. If you say, hey, do you know how many Astros or Rangers games or whatever watch? None. I'm going to be going to the a Cubs game later this summer, right? I'm excited about that. But is it one of those things where I gonna watch the Cubs when I come back home? No. The only sports that are watchable, and by the way, I know you're gonna say third one's that one where they shave the ice. What's that one called again?
Oh, curling.
Football,
Mike.
football, NFL football, and the NBA are the only sports I'm gonna watch live on TV, like consistently. College football, college basketball, maybe in the playoffs, Joe. College baseball and college softball, but MLB, NHL, soccer, when it's not World Cup or Olympics, can suck it.
Look at Mario Cavazos asking if you got the crap and glue off your truck.
I did. Being stupid San Antonio.
Hey, we got an incoming super chat. We start bringing the show to a close here.
Here comes the money.
And this from Jason Garcia. Thank you, Jason. He says, chancla for the non-soccer coconut.
Let's hear it.
You're getting a red card, Mike.
Oh, by the way, the HEB red card commercial is really good, dude. Have you seen that one?
I've seen it, dude. That one's funny. You're getting the chancla from Jason.
I don't like poor sports.
Damn, Mike. Mike loves the UFL.
Oh my God. What was the one that had the Commanders? I like the Commanders one.
The
That was,
AFL or something like that.
AFL was good, dude. The AFL was good, but
But you know,
yeah,
I'm not getting behind any of these damn
no, we're done.
NFL teams, or not NFL football teams that are coming through San Antonio. I know your friend and our friend here, Jeff Garcia, likes to get behind them and post stuff on the X. And look, we got another football team. Who cares?
Who cares?
Really, who cares? Nobody's gonna. You go and support them, and what? Just for them to be gone? Not even make it through the season? No, man, I ain't doing this.
Yeah,
anymore.
you know, here's the thing about it all, Joe. Let's put to bed the Spurs, the city of San Antonio, ever getting a second professional sports team.
No.
What we saw from Spurs fans selling their tickets and Knick fans invading the Frost Bank Center, I mean, that is capitalism at its finest, right? You have a commodity, you sell commodity, right? But that right there shows that the city of San Antonio does not deserve an NFL team, an MLB team, an MLS team. Doesn't deserve it. Can't afford it. Don't deserve it. Won't ever get it. I'm never going to fall into the whole trap ever again about a San Antonio Express News article or a WOAI exclusive or a KSAT story saying
Yeah.
the Raiders are interested. The whoever, what team, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Florida Marlins. It's never going to happen. So I will say this in June 2026.
No.
The city of San Antonio will never, ever get another franchise of any major capacity, any major sport,
No.
ever. Never going to happen. Never, ever. Never, ever. Forever, ever, ever, ever. Never, ever going to happen.
Never going to happen. They ain't never going to find that missing giraffe that's supposedly out on the loose, the hill country. Had a
Chupacabra got
giraffe
it.
sighting over there off of Military Drive. Has a tequache haircut.
The Chupacabra probably got it, dude.
I mean,
Sporting
that damn thing.
Sporting a
dead.
cuh.
Yeah, that damn thing is dead, bro. in this heat, it's gone, bro. It's gone.
Joy-Con says Gina would be asking the NFL team to pay for the fire department.
Jeez, man.
Man, so apparently the NHL is coming back to Texas. I know the Stars are in Dallas, but
Yeah.
a second NHL team in the state of Texas going to be either potentially Houston or Austin, Joe.
Okay.
Can Austin support an NHL team? Because I find that to be interesting because it doesn't compete with anything that UT does.
No,
You
it
know,
doesn't.
so Houston at one point didn't they have the Arrows? But that's minor league hockey. I don't think they ever had a hockey team here.
No.
But if the NHL came to Houston or Austin, it'd be pretty interesting about that. But they ain't gonna go to San Antonio. Ain't gonna happen.
That's classic. Joe has the giraffe on his ring camera going through the fence. Oh man, you still remember that? That was live.
That's a great story.
The helicopter flying around the hood. And all
Yeah.
of a sudden, get a knock at the door. My boy's like, "Hey, the cops want to talk with you, Dad. They need to see the video footage from the ring camera to catch the perpetrator that busted through our fence,
Yeah.
jumped the fence of the neighbor, went in the backyard. The helicopter's out there on the chase looking for this guy. Man, it's like San Antonio." All
I
right,
mean,
now,
Joe, I mean, between that and the fact that someone poured crap all over my truck and
Jeez.
glue,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know, Joe.
Puro
that-
Sananto, bro. They said, "Welcome back, Toma."
Welcome back. Not coming back is more like it.
Oh God.
I mean, it just sucks. It just sucks. Like,
Yeah.
why are the ghetto parts ghetto? I don't get it. You know why? Because they have no desire to make money. But if you do want to make money, you give me a call at 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. See, what am I working on today? I have somebody who needs life insurance, so they're going to call me up about that today. So I'm working on life insurance. I have somebody who's retiring today from a company in San Antonio after 40 years. She's rolling over her 401k to me, so I'm putting together a nice little strategy for her to map out her retirement. What else am I working on today? I have a new advisor that is new to the industry, and I'm training that person how to do what I do. So yeah, give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. I can help manage your money when it comes to investments in retirement planning, life insurance, long-term care, disability. Give me a call. Been doing this for 20 years, baby.
All right. So that's about all the time we have for today's show. I got to say bye to you boys and get ready to go to work, man. Last time it took a long time for me to get logged in because they're doing some type of updates or something.
Very nice.
All right,
Go.
man.
We'll see everybody tomorrow. Go
All right.
USA, baby. Go USA.
Puro USA. All right. We'll see you boys tomorrow. You be safe. We're out. Peace.